Hi guys, I want to show you a cool concept today, which is adding open strings to bar chords. Although the term adding might be something of a misnomer because we're not really adding, we are adding notes of course, but what we're actually doing is taking off some of the bars. So what I'm going to do is play a bar chord, take off some notes whilst barring the rest and create a new chord. For example, here's a B minor. If you don't know what it's 2, 4, 4, 3, 2. And I'm just going to slightly raise that. You can see my first finger's barring the second fret. I'm going to actually remove that bar, and rather than bar the second fret, just use my first finger to fret the second fret of the A string. So now we've got 2, 4, 4, 3, 0. There's a car driving downstairs, I think we can ignore that. 2, 4, 4, 3, 0. Now, in a concept like this, it's not so much about what that chord's called, so it might be like a B minor add 4 or something like that, probably. But that's not how we're thinking about it. We're thinking about it as a B minor chord with a cool open string. So once again, the normal B minor, and then this new one. So you can hear a subtle but interesting difference there. One of the big ones that I love to do is the F sharp minor. We do this a lot in Calidad, or variations of it. So 2, 4, 4, 2, 2, 2. That's an F sharp minor chord, which is a great chord. Great chord in itself. I think Nikki Sixx from Motley Crue was on YouTube or a podcast or something like that talking to Tom Morello from Rage Against the Machine, Audioslave, Prophets of Rage, etc. And they had this little discussion about how if you want to rock, you play an F sharp minor. So that's a good clue, and that's probably true. That's the F sharp minor chord. What we can do is take off 3 open strings. So we get 2, 4, 4, 0, 0, 0. And that to me is one of the gnarliest, grimiest, coolest Spanish flamenco chords possible. And once again, we're not thinking about this as it could be like F sharp minor, flat 9, add 4, add 2 or whatever it is. We don't think about it like that. We think about it as an F sharp minor with some open strings. And that's a very flamenco thing as well, like to create guitar chords, not because of their harmony or the notes that are in them, but because of where they sit on the guitar. This is a perfect example. We're not playing that chord because we think those 6 notes necessarily sound good together, that they do sound good together. But we're playing that chord because it falls nicely under our fingers on a guitar. It's very much a guitar chord. If you go and ask your friend that plays the piano to play those notes, they'll go, what the hell? F, C sharp, F sharp, C sharp, F sharp, G, B, E. Play that out on the piano or something, it might sound really manky, but here, so it's cool. And I like to, that's what we do in Calidad a lot, so take that 2 and put it to 3. That's a cool sound, so the 2, 3, 2, and a 2. I love doing that. Maybe one more before we finish up this lesson. F chord, F major. Always been one of the trickiest bar chords. It's one of the first chords you learn as a youngster, it was for me at least, and I know for other teachers and teaching styles, it's also one of the first. But it's a tricky one. It never gets that easy, but we can do what's sometimes called a flamenco F or a cheap F or whatever, it doesn't matter what you call it. It's actually an F major 7. I think that's a beautiful sound. So I'm basically going to ignore the bottom string. You could play the bass note if you want. I often ignore it. I find the chords more open when and then you're going 3, 3, 2, 1, 0. And it's that open E string that takes it from being an F major to an F major 7. I think that's a beautiful sound. Cool, so today what I've shown you was the B minor with an open string, F sharp minor with 3 open strings, and F major with 1 open string. And those might be useful chords to add to your vocabulary. They've been useful for me, but what is really exciting and interesting is if you take the concept that you can take your favorite chords and try opening up some things. So I'll play a major chord anywhere on the neck. That's an A major, and I'll just try doing the... Cool, found a cool chord. Don't really know or care what it's called. I just think of it as like A major with some open strings. Let's try one for it up. That's got a unique sound. It's not so instantly harmonious. It's more like dissonant or something. Try the next one. That's pretty cool. So you can see what I'm doing. I'm just having some fun exploring, but why don't you go have some fun exploring your guitar? Take some fretted notes and turn them into open strings and find some of the amazing and crazy and cool sounds that pop out. Thank you for watching.